We open tonight with the bout in the cruiserweight division. Iman Williams versus Lewis Glover. Our tale of the tape is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
And as you can see, Iman enjoying a 3-inch height advantage, 6'2" to 5'11", also a 2-inch reach advantage. Not that much for the weight class. He is 5 pounds bigger. Let's see if that can make a difference. Him being a little bit bigger than his opponent, Glover.
UFC and BKFC great Chris Lieben, the only person to have ever fought and refereed in BKFC, bringing both fighters up to scratch. Round number 1. Multicolored trunks for Iman Williams, black trunks for Lewis Glover. Jab immediately from southpaw for Glover. As you see in ortho, forward. Just a blocking point from Iman Williams to the face of Lewis Glover.
I just looks so relaxed at this point.
The attempted hand trap from Lewis Glover, staying on the outside. Williams on the front, flip to the mid-range. There's a good left hand on the step in. Landing effectively, left hand again from Lewis Glover, exploding forward.
Williams might be learning really quickly that the heavyweights fight a little different from the weight class of 205. A little faster, a little bit more explosive.
Separation from Chris Lieben, right back to it. To the jab from Iman Williams' right hand. On a 2-1. See the bounce in the step of Williams, bounce in the step of Lewis Glover on the duck under into the clinch. Driving pressure forward from Lewis Glover. Glover on the right hand. Now coming forward to the center circle. 60 seconds remaining. Round number 1. There's the naked 2, and then the left hand right back from Glover after Williams lands.
But I like what Williams doing. He's stepping outside that foot, throwing that naked 2 right down the pipe. That is the punch. That is a kryptonite from the southpaw versus the right hand in front.
Clever right hand to the body from Iman Williams. Into the clinch, left hand on the shuffle, left hook from Iman Williams.
Now the accuracy is starting to take over for Williams.
Williams to the body. Glover largely staying on his back foot, but he has exploded forward, landed effectively. Something Williams told us he thought he would see from Glover in this fight. Naked 2 to the body. There's that double right hand that Iman Williams talked to us about in our fighter meeting.
You just see the different levels here in fighting. I mean, Glover throwing hard, wild shots.
Keep fighting, let's go.
Call of keep fighting from Chris Lieben. You heard the 10-second clap. Late here in round number 1, Iman Williams versus Lewis Glover.
Williams pointing out the headbutt. He didn't like it.
Next up, round 2. Chris Lieben telling Lewis Glover, watch your head on the inside as he now brings both fighters up to scratch to start round 2.
You ready? You ready? Knuckle up.
Knuckle up from Lieben. Immediately to the jab for Lewis Glover, to the jab right back from Iman Williams. Almost a bolo punch with the rear left hand. Not quite an uppercut from Iman Williams. Left hand, Glover getting through.
Really hurt the body work once be thrown by Iman Williams. His corner tend to go to the body.
Exploding forward again is Lewis Glover. This is effective. Covering up as Williams, heavy into the clinch. Short left hands, good refereeing from Chris Lieben. On the active clinch, you see the overhook, both fighters throwing down the separation. 125 remaining round 2, exploding to the inside comes Iman Williams, exploding right back, Lewis Glover.
This is
overhook from Williams.
Definitely a position Glover wants to be in more than Williams.
Swing and a miss from Williams on the reset. There's the level change. Bigger punches coming forward from Iman Williams. On the uppercut, more big shots, now the left hand to the body. Left hand getting through. We're back to the body now, circling out. We're gonna miss with the right hand for Iman Williams. Double unders from Lewis Glover, trying to get the separation. See Williams still throwing.
There's a body shot.
And down goes Lewis Glover.
It was those body shots that Williams landed his corners and just yelling at him, throw body shots, throw body. That might have been it.
Up at 9 is Lewis Glover.
And you can imagine Williams is going to go all over him right now, trying to take him out. Oh, that's
this fight is over. Iman Williams now 2-0 in BKFC.
And Sean, his first fight down in a different weight class, that's always a tough time. You're not used to the weight cut. Usually you get better with each fight afterwards. That was a tough fight because the way Glover continued to put on the pressure, apply it, make it a difficult fight for Williams. But Williams did a great job of figuring his opponent out, and those body shots were devastating.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Chris Lieben, steps in calling a stop to the fight at 1 minute 35 seconds, round number 2. For your winner by TKO, Iman Strauss Williams.
And Williams still very new to this sport, just got some more experience at a different weight class. I really look forward to seeing him progress. Very high boxing pedigree, very smart, and looked very good tonight.
With his father, the great pro boxing heavyweight Jeremy Williams in his corner, Iman Williams. To the heavyweight division we go. Caleb Avila versus Juan Figueroa. The numbers presented by Ball Boys.
All right, advantage for Figueroa, 6 foot to 5'8", only a 1-inch reach advantage though, so we'll see what happens with this one.
Juan Figueroa told us, I know Caleb Avila is durable, but he keeps his hands low, and that makes him very hittable. Round number 1, white trunks for Juan Figueroa, black trunks for Caleb Avila.
See Avila, when he talked about that good movement,
Big right hand, the left knee touched the canvas, and that is correctly ruled as a knockdown by Andy Glenn.
Figueroa said he's going to have more power. He's going to utilize it, he's going to get a quick knockout.
Right back to it. Right back to it with the double left hand, right hand. Knockdown number 2.
And Avila has got to get that chin down, chin tucked. He's going to get hurt if he keeps it up. If they let this fight go on, he's still hurt, Sean.
The full assessment from Andy Glenn of Caleb Avila.
He's got to put that chin down. If he keeps it up, he's going to get put out again.
Figueroa forward to get another big right hand. 1:10 remaining, round number 1 of this heavyweight bout. Right hand, there's the counter right hand from Avila. Huge swings from Figueroa.
Figueroa just has to make sure he doesn't punch himself out. Wear himself. Oh, that big right hand coming.
Left hand getting through after the overhand right. The push off to create space for Figueroa.
Avila is tired. He might want to hurt. He might want to get in and tie his opponent up, not trade with him. One more good punch to the chin. That might be all she wrote.
Avila told us he wanted an entertaining fight. He is getting one, but it's largely in favor of Juan Figueroa. Coming forward again. Knockdown number 3.
I don't think
Ruled as
they
a slip by Andrew Glenn. No protestation from Juan Figueroa.
I'm surprised Figueroa's not really working to get that knockout.
Double left hand, right hand. Counter right hand, huge swings coming through. On the right hand, Avila lands the left hand. Crushing right hand from Figueroa right back.
And Figueroa,
left hand, knockdown number 3.
That's all she wrote, Sean. Referee is not having it anymore.
Done. Victory for Juan Figueroa in his BKFC debut.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn, steps in calling a stop to the fight at 1 minute 55 seconds, round number 1. For your winner by TKO, Juan Figueroa.
We open our BKFC 84 main card live on the zone with the bout in the welterweight division. Ryan Petersen versus Enkhtur Bayartsogt. Our tale of the tape is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
And you can see here, although Petersen is 1 inch shorter, he has a 3.5-inch reach advantage. He's going to want to utilize and try and dictate when and where this fight happens.
Enkhtur Bayartsogt told us, I respect the experience of Ryan Petersen, but I feel that he is very hittable. Round number 1. White trunks for the Californian Ryan Petersen, black trunks for the Mongolian Enkhtur Bayartsogt.
And Petersen just looks so focused. Oh, wow.
Left hand on the inside, big swings from Bayartsogt. Petersen with his back against the ropes and down to the canvas. Ruled as a knockdown by Big John McCarthy. This fight is over, just like that. Game, set, match, Enkhtur Bayartsogt.
And Sean, this is exactly what I love about this sport. This was my number 1 pick. I mean, I said this was going to be the one to bet on because Petersen has been so good, so difficult to deal with, so tough. And just like that, Bayartsogt came after him throwing bombs. That was amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Big John McCarthy, calls a stop to this fight at 22 seconds, round number 1. For your winner by TKO, Enkhtur Bayartsogt.
Featherweights for you now. Our tale of the tape is presented by Out Nicotine Pouches for David Diaz versus Justin Martinez.
And David Diaz finding something he hasn't seen before. A 2-inch height advantage, a 3.5-inch reach advantage. He's usually the shorter guy, so he can decide when and where this fight happens. But you know, he's going to want to get in his opponent's face and throw bombs the entire time.
Sporting touch of hands. Round number 1. Black and green for David Diaz, black trunks for Justin Martinez. Pumping up jab from Justin Martinez to the body with the right hook goes Martinez. Descending in the center circle. Hold through for Martinez. Jab from Justin Martinez. Big swing, there's the duck under from David Diaz.
Martinez has to be careful throwing those punches. If you miss, throwing yourself off balance, you're wide open.
To the inside, took the separation. Big, wide punches from Justin Martinez looking for the entry right hand.
Wide open, but he's landing some of those shots, and Diaz just eating them like he normally does.
Diaz to the inside again. Diaz trying to snatch the half tie plum, almost a full tie plum from David Diaz. There's the separation from Nick Barron. 10 remaining, round number 1.
A difficult style to deal with him. He got winging punches. They land from odd angles you're not used to.
There's the half-tie plum from David Diaz landing to the body. Martinez landing a right hand to the body just before the separation.
And it's just a matter of time before Diaz starts pulling back and then countering those wild hooks.
1-2 from Diaz, left hand, right hand getting through. Clipping left hook from Justin Martinez. Martinez on the hook jab. 40 seconds remaining. A high-octane round number 1. Short left hand from Martinez getting through.
What happened? What happened?
Taking himself to the canvas, David Diaz. Nick Barron saying that was not a foul fight on, so not ruled a knockdown.
Not sure what he said happened exactly.
Diaz was looking for the timeout, not being given by Nick Barron. With the right hand. Strong round number 1 for Justin Martinez. Diaz trying to seize the momentum now. Final seconds of the opening round. Knuckle.
But I like how Diaz continues to do what he does best. He's starting to apply pressure.
Diaz switching the momentum in this sequence, but to the body with the right hand goes Martinez just before the bell. That ends round number 1. Round 2. Really forward off from scratch to start the second round. The Californian David Diaz. Martinez coming forward. Left hook just big swings, big hooks again. Forward for Martinez into the pocket.
Watch your back of the head.
Plum sees the single collar tie from Martinez. Chest to chest separation from Nick Barron's right back to it. Look from the center circle comes Diaz, left hook from Martinez.
Martinez lands those powerful shots, but sometimes when he misses, he's wide open. And tighten that up a little bit.
Short left hand, now a right to the body from Justin Martinez. Smart control of the right bicep of Diaz by Martinez. Right hand again. This is exactly the range that Justin Martinez told us he wanted in our fighter meeting. Full step from Diaz after the jab. Martinez forward again.
Diaz felt like he would wear his opponent down, and Martinez would slow. Hasn't happened yet, but if so, that's when he plans on taking him.
Diaz just told both fighters watch punches to the back of the head. There's a hard left hand through from Diaz.
Looks like Martinez may be starting to slow just a little bit. It could be big problems for him.
Right uppercut lands from Justin Martinez. Chest to chest, right to the body, right to the head from Diaz. 40 seconds remaining, round number 2. This ferocious pace continues for both men.
I feel like the difference is Martinez is throwing with a lot more effort, throwing harder punches, and that wears you out more.
Watch your back of the head.
Diaz just going at a nice, consistent pace.
That right hand getting through. Now a right uppercut, another big right uppercut, and down goes Justin Martinez against the flow of this fight.
And once again, I feel like that might even just be a process of him getting tired. Winging those punches, if you don't get the knockout, you get tired much quicker.
The bell, that ends round number 2. We go.
Watch your head classes.
Round number 3. See the feint for both men. Jab off target for Martinez to start the 3rd round. Martinez immediately to the inside. Left hand, another left hand. 2-1 from Diaz. Right uppercut from Martinez. Bad right hook for Diaz. Diaz to the body. Martinez trying to counter. Heavy punches on the inside from both men. To the body goes David Diaz. Martinez with the right to the body, right back from Diaz, and knockdown number 2.
Not sure. I think he just called that a force down. I think he just pushed him to the canvas.
Indeed ruled as a slip by Nick Barron.
But that says a lot. That says how tired Martinez is at this point. Diaz has to put forth the combinations he can't knock him down.
Big right hands again. Short right hands now from David Diaz. The momentum fully shifted left hand, and that is a clean knockdown. The 2nd of this fight recorded by David Diaz.
And you can just see the exhaustion starting to mass and to show for Martinez. See if he wants to continue to fight because he's extremely tired. And that's the worst thing you can be in a fight. He's very tired.
The full assessment from Nick Barron's given to Justin Martinez. We fight on. Heavy pressure from David Diaz. Suddenly you can see the finish line. Diaz trying to reach it here in round number 3. Underhook from Justin Martinez. Martinez still swinging. This is with the left hand. There's the jab from Justin Martinez. Forward pressure from Diaz. Diaz again to the body. Again, Diaz trying to snatch that half-time plug. Heavy on the neck. There's the right hand on the separation. Knockdown number 3.
And we gotta wonder how many times Martinez is gonna continue to get up with this exhaustion level. See if he wants any more. No, they just stopped him.
This fight is over. And an outstanding victory for David Diaz.
And you have to love how much hard work he put into this fight, into this camp. Continue to get hurt, continue to have to start over from the drawing board, start right at the beginning. He went up and he was down, so frustrated, and now all his hard work has come and it just got him this victory. He's got to be ecstatic.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Nick Barron, steps in calling a stop to this fight at 1 minute 58 seconds, round number 3. For your winner by TKO, David El Perro Necio Diaz.
This is intriguing in the welterweight division. You have Jenny Cordona versus Paulo Games. Our tale of the tape is presented by Blackout Coffee.
And a big height difference here, so you can see Games 5'11" to 5'7", a 3-inch reach advantage as well. He wants to stay long, stay outside, or all the way inside.
Round number 1. Shuffle step off from scratch for the Russian Yevgeny Kordonov. He's in the white trunks. Tight striking guard for the Brazilian in the black trunks, Paulo Games. In and out movement. 1-1-2 for Kordonov. Slower striking guard for Kordonov. That is by design. Trying to feint in Games to counter. Games on the feint on the up jab. Feinting in from Paulo Games. Right back on the lead overhand left from Kordonov.
He's in that Soviet style he talked about, being very smart, very technical, not wasting any punches, not getting yourself an unnecessary damage.
To the mid-range now goes Yevgeny Kordonov. To the inside, right back out. Sporting touch of hands, right back to it. Step in for Kordonov. He talked to us in our fight of the about the short, quick steps. You saw the quick right hand of Games landing flush. 55 seconds remaining round number 1.
Surprised we're seeing Games back up so much. Look at the counter, look at the those three punches. I figured he'd be all over his opponent.
He's trying to extend on the 1-2. Couldn't find it. Good pull back defensively from Kordonov. To the inside, right back out goes Kordonov. The fighter staying patient. 35 seconds remaining, round number 1. We're at 165 pounds. The left hand. Some disquiet from this Palm Desert, California crowd.
So they've had nothing but good knockouts. They want to see more of them.
Amos now dropping his hands, trying to bait in Kordonov. Stepping in with the rear right hand, big swings, and sidestep defensively from Kordonov.
Amos feels very confident at this point. He has his hands, like he said, he's trying to bait his opponent. Oh!
And
That's why!
goes Yevgeny Kordonov on the left hand.
And that is why, just threw a straight punch, caught his opponent flush. Woo!
The mandatory 8 from Ray Corona up at 8. The bell. We move to round number 2. The sportsmanship continue. Knuckle up from Ray Corona, round number 2.
So early when we saw Amos fight, he was definitely wild. Just bringing punches. Really learning this sport. Being much better.
See the upper body movement up and down from the Russian Yevgeny Kordonov. He's setting his feet. Amos, the Brazilian, now trying to bait in Kordonov.
Let's see if that makes Kordonov a little bit more hesitant about moving in.
The head movement now, tick-tock, side to side. Customado style from Paulo Amos. Right hand again, there's the step, and now from the half-tie block. Kordonov heavy to the body.
Amos did a good job of, he didn't like that situation. I just grabbed this guillotine, let's stop it.
This has most definitely lowered his hands from what we saw in round 1, and that, Chris, I believe, is by design to try to bait in Yevgeny Kordonov.
So they worked in round 1, let's see if he can get to work in round 2.
Kordonov just waved Amos forward.
And he doesn't want to continue to come in. He knows that right hand is cocked, ready, and ready to go.
The step in right, that is the punch. The drop Kordonov closing seconds of round 1 doesn't land there. There's the right hand that lands from Amos.
You can think Amos might want to start throwing that uppercut as his opponent continues to duck the head.
40 seconds remaining, round number 2. Double underhooks from Amos, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. So comfortable in those upper body wrestling sequences. Right hand again. Amos finding that naked 2.
We talk about that right hand lead. You either throw it and you're really good or you're really bad.
Amos looking really good with that naked 2, that rear right hand thus far in this fight. Getting late here in round number 2. You hear the 10-second clap. You hear the disquiet from this Palm Desert, California crowd. Chris, I love this technical fight. That's the bell. We move to round 3. Round number 3. Jab from southpaw from Kordonov.
I'm surprised Amos hasn't got inside and tried to wear his opponent down a little bit, but I think he's comfortable. It's like all he has to do is let him hop out. Gotta be careful.
Saw the playfulness from Amos. He was caught to the body by Kordonov. Right hand from Yevgeny Kordonov.
Amos doesn't seem to be deterred by these punches.
Counter right hand from Kordonov landing and then circling out. Stalking pressure now from Paulo Amos. Amos continuing to do the sit on that naked right hand through the right hook.
He hurt his opponent.
Counter left hand, big to the inside. Kordonov trying to counter. Heavy on the head, the neck, double underhooks from Amos. Shot double unders intentionally to get the separation from Ray Corona to do this work back to the mid-range.
Amos throwing some jabs to try to get his opponent to react so he can land that right hand. Just got to get him out of position.
We're seeing more 2s than we're seeing 1s from Paulo Amos. Now we're seeing the playfulness veering on mocking from Paulo Amos. Full clowning now from Amos. Right hand, short right hand from Kordonov. Kordonov has cut in his scalp. Kordonov talking to Amos.
Amos being very playful at this point. He's got to be careful not to get caught.
See some swelling under the right eye of Yevgeny Kordonov. 35 seconds remaining, round 3.
Amos, he might want to try and get the finish here. It feels like he can do so.
As you can see, sitting on that right hand. Good step now from Yevgeny Kordonov. Forward step on cue from Paulo Amos. There's the step in right hand from Amos. Left hand, right hand, counter left hand from Kordonov. We move to round 4. Just up to scratch to start round number 4. Paulo Amos. Some delay in the Kordonov corner. This fight is over! 2 straight wins now at BKFC for Paulo Games.
And I'm not sure exactly what happened, but he was doing damage. You could tell every time he was landing those hard shots. Oof.
The outstanding referee, Ray Corona, just came over to our commentary position, told me off camera, off microphone. Krudanov told him just before the start of round number 4, I cannot see. There are 2 things that will get you out of a fight, Chris, any pro fight. I can't see and I'm dizzy. No choice for Ray Corona when Krudanov said I can't see. That's the end of the fight, and that is a phenomenal victory for Paulo Games, celebrating with his 18-year-old daughter, Brenda Games.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Ray Corona, steps in, calling a stop to this fight at the conclusion of round number 3. For your winner by KO, Paulo Zeduido Games.
In the light heavyweight division, Cody Vital versus David Simpson. Our tale of the tape is presented by Rasha.
And as you can see here, Cody Vital 5'9" to David Simpson's 5'11". However, Vital does have a 3-inch reach advantage in this fight.
Cody Vital told us, I have to utilize excellent balance and I have to utilize excellent timing. Switching stances and scratch David Simpson. Round number 1, black and white trucks for Cody Vital. Black trucks for David Simpson. Right hand and down goes David Simpson.
First punch thrown, first punch landed. Vital put him down.
It was the mandatory 8 count given to Simpson by referee Jonathan Romero.
And that was a wake-up call. Let's see what it does.
Oh. Big right hand from Vital. Huge counter punches now for David Simpson. See the double overbucks as Vital dropping his head right back to it from Romero. Right back to it now for Simpson on the turn. Short right hands to the head from David Simpson. Vital chest to chest. Heavy entry punches again. Right hand trying to switch the momentum. Fully now is David Simpson. Big shots to the inside from Simpson.
And that is what has worked for Simpson in the past, but he might want to pull it back a little bit because if you don't get the knockout, you're going to get tired.
Spear of blood under the nose of Cody Vital. Switch of stances right back for Simpson. Looking for the audacious rear right uppercut. Couldn't find it. Found that uppercut. Both fighters to the canvas. The next rule is a double slip by Jonathan Romero. 45 seconds remaining round 1.
Once he gets Vital covered up, he just continues to throw punches. He might want to take a step to the side and hit that open body.
We saw that high tight striking guard of Vital. Big right hand from Simpson. Right hand again from David Simpson. Off the jab now, 25 seconds remaining round number 1 in the jab.
Now peace out.
Vital. Peace out.
Simpson, once again, he's got to watch out. He might be wearing himself out with these hard shots, just wasting punches.
Now piece right back in. On the uppercut. Big shots on the right hand. High tight striking guard from Cody Vital. Huge hooks. There's the uppercut. Counter left hand from Vital. Simpson continuing to land. Stepping left hand, right hand from Simpson just before the bell. That ends round 1.
And Sean, that was a ferocious pace. Right or left and landed the body.
Round number 2. Simpson was definitely had his moments in round number 1, but the biggest moment of the opening round was the knockdown, and there is the knockdown recorded. Cody Vital claiming it was a double knockdown, not ruled as such. Simpson landed, then fell. But the knockdown count now given on the mandatory 8 to Cody Vital by Jonathan Romero as we are officially at 1 knockdown apiece.
And I'm not sure it's going to matter. I don't see this going the distance, Sean.
On the left hand, big swings. These are 2 massive punchers at 185 pounds. Cody Vital versus David Simpson, 125 remaining round 2. Vital dropping Simpson in round 1. Simpson dropping Vital here in round 2. We fight on. Right hand on the turn. There's the right uppercut. More big shots to the inside. Trying to tie up now is Cody Vital, and he does.
Simpson smothering his own punches, and here's the guy who needs to back up a little bit and really target a body or target the head.
See this shuffle step to the inside. The over-under. Back to it from Jonathan Romero. Spear of blood across the face of Cody Vital. Big right hand from David Simpson. Right hand, there's the fast 1-2. Another right hand. Vital playing all defense. 6
against Simpson. He needs to work that body. When Cody Vital has his hands straight up, the body's wide open.
Simpson now cut under his right eye. Step in left hand, the right hand from Vital. Clever turn from David Simpson. 20 seconds remaining round 2.
There, he's working the body.
Left rights to the body now. Right uppercut from David Simpson. Another ferocious right uppercut. Big shots, high tight striking guard. Vital trying to counter. Right hand from Simpson. These are ferocious punches from both men. A ferocious right hand on the stagger into Jonathan Romero, and that ends round number 2.
John, these are 2 ferocious rounds. Look at these guys. They look like they've been in a 12-round war, and it's only been 4 minutes.
Cody Vital a bit too keen, trying to stand on David Simpson's scratch line. Now round number 3. Knockdown apiece. Vital dropping Simpson round 1. Simpson dropping Vital round 2. After he recorded the knockdown, Simpson lost his balance. Went to the canvas. Vital tried to rule the double knockdown, but as you saw definitively on the replay, it was not. That's ruled as a slip.
I'm not sure what's happening here. Is his eye poke or a headbutt or something?
Jonathan Romero now talking to David Simpson, telling him, watch leading with your head. Romero was acknowledging to the California State Athletic Commission officials table an additional cut on the accidental headbutt.
So if that fight would end with a headbutt, that would be a
You have to cross the halfway round, so 5 minutes must be complete under the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting, as we're scheduled for 10 minutes. 5 twos to make this official. That might not matter, Chris. 65 seconds remaining, round number 3. There's the up jab from David Simpson. Cody Vital has walked through some massive punches, but then so too has David Simpson. Both fighters have most definitely landed power punches. Both fighters have most definitely had their moments. The right hand.
Definitely headhunting. I can see a bit more in the body. They're wide open.
On the turn, left hand, the push away from Simpson to create space. In and out goes David Simpson. On the jab, switch of stances on cue, and the switch right back from Simpson.
And that pace in the first 2 rounds, you can see how much it's slowed. You cannot continue to go that hard and continue to go because you're just too exhausted.
Fast, hard jab from Cody Vital. He caught Simpson in the stand switch there. Simpson right back to the inside from the half-tie plug.
See, and instead of pushing into his opponent, he needs to step back, keep him right against the rope, and pick your shots.
Both men in the center circle. Big overhand right. Simpson threw it naked and he landed flush. Now to the jab. Vital on the right hand. Double right hand. Counter right hand from Simpson. Now the left hand just before the bell. Next stop, round 4. And this is the first round number 4 of the evening. Number 4 officially underway. Forward out from scratch to start the 4th round. Cody Vital. Sweeping left hook from David Simpson. Not through. Simpson reaching, pawing on the jab. There's the hook jab. Vital to the mid-range. Good step in overhand left. Vital right hand to the body. Counter right hand from Simpson into the clinch. Vital on the jab, on the turn. Simpson on the turn now. Vital with his back against the ropes.
Vital's hands are doing a great job blocking, but you can't block everything. The body wide open. Simpson still trying to hit him in the head.
Step in right hand, the push down, that's clear. Immediately ruled a slip, correctly so, by Jonathan Romero. Soft warning given to Simpson by Romero on the push down. That drew some boos from this Palm Desert, California crowd. To the jab for David Simpson. You see the deep swelling and the deep cut under the right eye of David Simpson.
He continues to push.
Time called by
Might
Jonathan
take away a
Romero.
point at this point.
This is the last one. Stop.
He's saying last warning.
That's excellent refereeing.
Yep. Because he is doing it. He's pushing off.
That is what is called a hard warning, and I love that Jonathan Romero called time, not taking away anything in this fight. A hard warning, that means the next push, you're losing a point. Right back to it. David Simpson has been duly warned by Jonathan Romero. To the mid-range goes Cody Vital. He is cut badly in and around and under his right eye.
Vital has continued to come forward, but he's really not throwing much as he's coming in. Simpson throwing little pot shots, landing a shot here and there, and then walking backwards.
See the deep swelling in the left eye of Cody Vital as well. Getting late here in round number 4 on the jab. Open chest now from the switch of stances again from David Simpson.
You see the way David Simpson turns around and walks away. He's trying to get as much break as he can.
Left hook on the entry from Cody Vital. Big shots on the left hand. Hard sequence now from both fighters. Vital landing big. Simpson landing big. We move to the 5th and final round.
And so this is a hard fight to score. Both guys got knockdowns in the first 2 rounds, and then these last 2 rounds have been very even. I didn't think there was any way this was going to the 5th.
Hard right hand lands from Cody Vital. There's the half-tie plunk from David Simpson. He does not throw. So refereeing from Jonathan Romero continues. Left hand from Vital. Big right hand, and that drops David Simpson.
Right on the button. Simpson's hurt. I don't know if he has it in to get up. He's dead tired. That might be all she wrote. That's it. He's not moving.
The count of 10, and a phenomenal win for Cody Vital.
Off the canvas. I thought he was done in that second round. Wow. Unbelievable job. Sucked it up. Was in trouble the entire night besides that first round. And just came through with heart and determination. What a round. What a fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight comes to an end at 43 seconds into round number 5 with our referee in charge of the action, Jonathan Romero, reaching the count of 10. And your winner by way of KO, Cody, the Knuckle Maniac Vital.
Feature fight time. In the women's featherweight division, Aspen Ladd versus Shyanna Bintliff. The numbers presented by Ball Boys.
All right, Sean. Bintliff here, 2-inch height advantage, 2-inch reach advantage. Really not that much. More about styles than anything. Let's see how this fight plays out.
Both fighters up to scratch, 3 feet apart. Round number 1. Fast off from scratch is Aspen Ladd. Black and yellow trunks. Black and white trunks for Shyanna Bintliff. From the right hand, overhand left on the entry from Ladd. To the mid-range counter right hand from Bintliff. To the clinch comes Aspen Ladd on the half-tie plunk. Good exit from Bintliff. Short left hand. Aspen Ladd walking through that left hand of Bintliff. And now she's on the inside. Now Bintliff coming forward.
I like how Ladd ducks and he punches, but every time she comes up fire. That's a good way to get easy punches.
Heavy to the body, that was clever. Left hook to the body, then a right to the head from Ladd. Left hand again. Now to the inside. This is exactly where Aspen Ladd wants to be.
But just look at the way every time she ducks underneath the punch, she comes back firing.
Good exit from Bintliff.
Exactly what she needs to do.
Heavy to the body from Aspen Ladd. Smear of blood across the face of Shyanna Bintliff. Trying to maintain range. Heavy hook to the body again from Ladd. And now to the head. More pressure from the half-top one, and down goes Shyanna Bintliff.
Just that pressure she continues to apply.
Enkhtur Bayartsogt giving the mandatory 8 count to Shyanna Bintliff.
Let's not forget, Bintliff was knocked down her first fight with us. Got up off the canvas to win.
To the mid-range.
That was a different kind of left hook. That did some serious damage. Bintliff is hurt.
Bintliff landed hard on the bottom rope, taking the count up at 8.
Let's see if Ladd tries to continue to finish this fight early.
15 seconds remaining, round number 1. Ladd trying to finish round number 1 of her BKFC debut. Heavy pressure to the inside, knockdown number 3.
Bintliff looks very unsteady at this point.
6.
I'm not sure if she wants to keep fighting. We'll find out.
If she beats the count, she doesn't want any more. She does not. Welcome to BKFC, Aspen Ladd.
And you could tell the way she got up at 5, got on the knee, didn't want any more. That was all she needed. Didn't like what she was tasting.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Enkhtur Bayartsogt, reaches the count of 10, calling a stop to this fight at 1 minute 59 seconds, round number 1. For your winner by KO, Aspen Ladd.
The numbers for this, our co-main event of the evening at 175 pounds, are presented by Amnesia Vodka. Drew Stuve versus Zeb Vincent.
Interesting table tape. Stuve 2 inches higher, 6'2" to 6 foot. However, Zeb Vincent with a 2-inch reach advantage. That's not much. I don't know. Drew Stuve has a much bigger fist. Let's see if that can matter more surface area.
Here we go with Jeff Houston. Zeb Vincent told us, I cannot allow Drew Stuve to stay in range. I have to work to the inside. The call of knuckle up from Big John McCarthy, round number 1. White yellow trunks for the Canadian Drew Stuve, white and blue trunks for the Kansas Zeb Vincent.
And this is where Stuve did not want the fight in tight.
Immediately to the inside comes Zeb Vincent. Short right hand on the left hook, hard to the body from Stuve.
Stuve talked about his opponent had very good, tough body. He's seen him get hit there. It didn't bother him. He doesn't want to go that much.
Vincent on the lean back jab by design. To the inside. Back to it in range. Restart from John McCarthy. To the inside comes Stuve. Stuve to the body. Good head movement from Zeb Vincent. Vincent off of the jab. Hard jab again from Zeb Vincent. Tripling his jab. Right uppercut from Stuve. Both fighters landing here in round 1. 65 seconds remaining. Opening round, this is our co-main at 175 pounds.
You can see who the harder puncher is already. It's definitely Stuve, but Zeb Vincent just continuing to push the pace, stay in his opponent's right, his head in his chest, and just wear him down.
Stuve is cut. You see bridge of his nose. Big right uppercuts. See the framing of Zeb Vincent effectively, efficiently to the inside. Stuve with his back against the ropes, trying to hit the half-time plunge. Heavy on the neck, separation from McCarthy. Back to the inside comes Zeb Vincent. Big overhand! Another right hand from Stuve.
I cannot
chest to chest.
Can't believe Vincent didn't fall down.
Relentless forward pressure from Zeb Vincent, but he's taking big right hands from the Canadian Drew Stuve. Both fighters to the canvas, ruled as a double slip from John McCarthy.
And it's not only those headshots, Stuve's landing some devastating body shots.
Final seconds, round number 1. The momentum swinging back and forth. The bell, next stop, round 2. Fighters up to scratch, round 2. Jab from Vincent. Vincent to the inside on the turn. Right hand from Stuve. All stands chest to chest. Short downward right hands from Vincent. That's effective.
It's a great job because just letting these guys fight. Until you break it, there's no reason to unless there's no action.
Side headlock from Stuve. That gets the separation from John McCarthy.
Stuve looks like he's having a little bit of problem with his right eye.
Swing and a miss from Stuve. There's the left hand, but the playfulness from Vincent stuck out his tongue after Stuve landed the left. 80 seconds remaining, round 2. Good pullback from Vincent. Vincent opening his arms by design, trying to invite in Drew Stuve. Spear of blood across the face of Stuve, and that blood also down his back. Vincent again exactly where he wants to be. Heavy pressure on the inside. Short right hand from Stuve. Continues Chris to land hard with his back against the rope.
And Stuve understands if he grabs that headlock, that will get him the break. That'll get him right back where he wants it. Ooh,
there's
another
a big right hand from Stuve. Another right hand. The push away, the left hand. Clubbing right hand now from Stuve. And that was Vincent to the canvas, and that is ruled a slip, and correctly so by John McCarthy.
That was a good job by Zeb. He was hurt. He looked like he was falling down. He did a good job of not getting knocked down.
Left hand, right hand. Guillotine position.
Dude, you can tell that right eye is still giving him a lot of problem. Blood dripping in it.
15 seconds remaining, round number 2. Naked right hand, that was effective from Vincent. Stuve short right hand. Stuve has been very impressive landing power punches, especially the right hand with his back against the ropes. Right to the body on cue, double underhooks just before the bell. We move to round 3.
And Sean, to be honest with you, that's 2 rounds in a row I've been impressed. Zed Vincent was hurt and didn't go down.
Watch the back of the head like I told you. Watch the ground, and here we go. Knuckle up.
So McCarthy starts round number 3. Vincent on the jab. Hook jab off the mark from Stuve. The volume thus far has belonged to Zed Vincent. The power thus far has belonged to Drew Stuve. There's a left hook from Vincent. See the playfulness, the diversionary tactics of Zed Vincent. That's not clowning. It's playful, but it's also diversionary and smart, Chris. Left hand, right hand. Stuve opening up. There's the left hand getting through. Jab right back from Zed Vincent.
The way Vincent, I mean, he takes punches, his head goes back, and he just doesn't go down.
Inside, short left hands from Vincent. There's that volume right hand. Another right hand. Big to the inside. Stuve looking for the defensive clinch. Gets the separation. The restart from John McCarthy. Overhand right entry. Good block from the Canadian Drew Stuve. Swing and a miss from Stuve on the left hook.
Stuve said he wanted to throw that overhand right, followed up with the left hook. Haven't been able to land it so far. Ooh, there's the left hook there.
Hard left hand getting through from Stuve. Vincent with the right hand, left hand. Counter left hand from Stuve. Vincent on the jab, right hand. Stuve. Vincent coming forward. Left hook now from Drew Stuve. Knock piece out. On the right hand, the clubbing right hand from Stuve. More power shots from Drew Stuve. Good, smart time from Zed Vincent.
Every time you think Vincent's going down, he just does a great job of not getting knocked down.
Time called by John McCarthy. Mouthpiece right back in.
You good? All right. Fight.
Time in, round 3 resumes. Vincent jab from Stuve. Left hook on the lead left hand from Drew Stuve from orthodox. Short left hand. Spear blood on the back of Zed Vincent, but that is Drew Stuve's blood. Big left hand from Stuve. Right hand now from Drew Stuve. Again, he has been throwing effectively, especially with the right hand with his back against the ropes. The bell, we are through 3 rounds. BKFC fighter Hassan Al-Hanem in the corner. Drew Stuve. Round 4. Jab off the mark from Stuve. Vincent, by design, so confident in his pulls, his blocks, his upper body movement. Opening his chest, widening his hands, trying to invite in Drew Stuve. Jab from Stuve, overhead right misses, jab right back from Vincent.
Vincent does such a good job of rolling with these punches. You hit him, he goes back, but he doesn't take the full brunt.
Double jab from Vincent. Roll through from Drew Stuve. Short right hand, Vincent to the inside. Left hand lands from Stuve, Vincent walks through it. Double overhooks. Restart from John McCarthy. See the high elbow blocked and the right hand getting through. Shades of 1886 from Zed Vincent.
Old school guy.
Again from Vincent. Jab right back. Hard right hand from Stuve. Stuve has the right uppercut, left hand. Vincent coming forward. 55 seconds remaining, round 4. Chris, this is absolutely right now, to this point in the fight, about the volume of Zed Vincent and the power of Drew Stuve.
That's what we thought at the beginning, and that's been the really theme of this whole fight. I feel like it's been Stuve who's landed the harder punches. He hasn't really been worn down by the volume of Vincent. You can hear the corner of Vincent really imploring him. Oh, good body shot.
Hard right hand. Vincent acknowledged it, tapped his body.
I mean, Stuve talked about it in our fighter meeting. He's seen people kill the body of Vincent. It hasn't bothered him.
Vincent on the step in right hand.
Stop. Break. Stop. Stop.
Let's turn to 10-second clock. Very late here in round number 4 of our co-main. To elite level 175-pounders, Drew Stuve versus Zed Vincent. We move to the 5th and final round.
Last fucking round, bro. Let's go.
What's your final? Knuckle up.
5th and final round underway. From scratch to start round 5. Jab from the Canadian Drew Stuve. Jab right back from the American from Kansas City, Kansas, Zed Vincent. jab from Vincent. Stuve hard to the body. And as Vincent did in round 4 when Stuve landed hard to the body. Just tapped his body and walked through the punch. And a miss. Left hand, right uppercut gets through from Vincent. Jab right back as Stuve walked through that power punch of Zeb Vincent. You see the deep cut in his right brow. Stuve has been cut since round number 1. Jab from Vincent, jab right back from Stuve. Vincent on the step back jab. Jab knocked there from Stuve, resets. Vincent to the body. And right. Stiff jab right back through Stuve. To the inside, guillotine position.
Stop.
The separation from John McCarthy. Excellent to have Big John McCarthy. This card is BKFC debut.
This round has been definitely where Stuve wants it. A little long, staying outside, trading punches. That's where he feels like he's going to do his best work.
Good job. Vincent didn't fully land. Stuve to the inside. On the turn from Zeb Vincent. That was effective. Vincent exactly where he wants to be. Tight pressure. There's the overhook from Stuve. 20 seconds remaining in our co-main. Vincent again, diversionary, hands high. Coming forward once more, Zeb Vincent. Stuve on the overhook smartly. Right hand. To the body goes Stuve. Wraparound punch. Stuve to the body. The bell. And that is the end of our co-main event.
First time the judges are going to have to do their job tonight, Sean.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the decision, let's have a round of applause for these two warriors. After completing the scheduled 5 rounds, our judges at ringside scored the fight 49-46, 48-47, and 49-46 to the winner by unanimous decision. And still undefeated, Drew Wild Boy Stuve!
The numbers presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink. For the BKFC Light Heavyweight World Title, the champion Josh Dyer versus Lorenzo Hunt.
Okay, Sean, tail the tape. Dyer 5'11", Hunt 6 foot, only a 2-inch reach advantage for Hunt. That's not that much of a difference for this. Really, tail of the tape, nobody has the advantage.
The rematch. This time for the BKFC Light Heavyweight World Title. The champion Josh Dyer versus the former 2-division champion Lorenzo Hunt. The bell at round number 1. Black and gold trunks for the champion Josh Dyer. Red trunks for Lorenzo Hunt.
Lorenzo trying to get him to throw that right hand.
Off the right hand, Dyer exploding forward on the right hand. Big shot from Josh Dyer, and down goes Lorenzo Hunt.
Oh, this is a different fight. You can tell immediately. You have to be careful against Lorenzo. When he gets knocked down, sometimes that's when he's at his most dangerous.
Hunt was up at 1, takes the mandatory 8 count from Nick Barrett.
Dyer felt like he was a different fighter. He's got to be careful, though. He knows Lorenzo still does have that knockout power.
It's on the side-to-side movement. Dyer in the mid-range. Step in, jab not there from Hunt. Stepping over, hand right not there from Dyer. And the level change from Lorenzo Hunt. 110 remaining, round number 1 of our world title fight main event. Heavy to the inside, right hand knockdown number 2.
And I like what Dyer is doing at this point. He's just mirroring his opponent's hips, not giving him a chance to move. He says, you're going to fight me at some point. Dyer trying to stay so calm at this point, not waste any energy. Just, okay, take your time, wait now.
Dyer from the center circle. Hunt to the body, heavy to the inside. Dyer trying to find the half tie punch. Driving pressure from Lorenzo Hunt. There's the separation from Barrett. Feinting on the level change on the feint step as well. On the right hand. Good pull back from Lorenzo Hunt. Big right hand. Forward again from Josh Dyer. Dyer on the left hand, right hand.
Dyer doing a lot of head hunting. Once again, he talked about going to the body. He hasn't done that yet.
Right hand
How can you not have respect after having that fight? Oh, just caught him with that overhand right and just laid out. Yeah, no need to count that one. Right on the jaw, right on the button. Yeah, you have to be careful when you have Lorenzo. Look at
Kai Stewart, the celebration. BKFC's undefeated 145-pound world champion. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Nick Behrens, steps in calling a stop to this championship fight at 1 minute 59 seconds, round number 1. For your winner, by KO, and once again, BKFC World Light Heavyweight Champion, Lorenzo, the Juggernaut!